Previously on Follow the Leader.
Well, because Carrie's the one who kind of encouraged them to get all out, right?
Yes.
So is she trying to bring them somewhere specific?
She will present them the offer that she will take them wherever they want to go, or they're going to where she was headed next after she was going to leave the Bastion.
I think this is probably within like the first couple of days after they've left, and Saul is just taking inventory of what they've got, and she takes inventory, she looks at the numbers, she takes inventory again, she looks at the numbers, and so she just kind of like pull Max aside and be like, I don't, maybe I've never been a quartermaster before. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but can you take a look at this? And she holds up the manifest of all of the inventory of supplies that they've got, and kind of like gives it to Max.
Max just sort of like flicks through it. Like, Max has never been a quartermaster either. It's not her particular skill set. Just sort of looks over it, and the expression gets even more dour than it did before. It was not. I don't think Max has smiled since they got on here. Probably didn't smile. Hasn't smiled for quite a long chunk of time before that either. And it's just like, yeah, no, that is nowhere near enough.
Shit.
I don't know what you thought you would get out of that stunt you pulled.
I don't know either. Also, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
No, I really don't.
You come into my office just yelling about me being Unisoul and me being the one who's at fault. And it's half true. I am Unisoul. But, like, did you know my office was bugged when you were saying that?
I might have had an idea.
Did you honestly think that I was the one causing the leak? Or did you just want to, like, fuck with me some more? Just, swan in and ruin things. Again.
Yes and no. Nothing's changed, huh?
No, not some things anyway.
Yeah.
Can't sleep?
No.
Do you want to?
What?
Do you want to sleep?
A little bit, but not really.
Okay. And sort of turns around and like gets some water and like thins out a little bit what's left of the stuff she was making.
Max still knows how Meryl likes her coffee too. Oof.
Saul looks thoughtful for a little bit, and then she says, I got a place I could go. Not a Unisoul outfit. Not even really that fancy, but
Well, if you thought the Bastard was fancy, I'd hate to see what this place looks like.
Bastard wasn't much, but it was something. This place ain't much, but it's something, and you should feel lucky that you get to see places like this, because at least
Her eyebrows are up.
at least these are places where people can live without having to lick a Unisoul boot.
Sol, what do you think I was doing on that station in the first place?
Meryl is like smirking a little bit though.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
Maybe if you pulled your head out of your ass for just 1 minute and took into consideration that not everyone is fucking licking boots over on Unisoul, and maybe think that there's some people that are trying to make a difference and make a change, then your perspective of me might be a little different. But I'm not asking that of you. That might be a little too hard for you to cognize right now, Sol.
Kestrel?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
And she takes Meryl into her room and just kind of like sets her down. Does Carrie come with them?
Yes. Well, I think Carrie just kind of like stops in the doorway and actually, is just kind of like wavering there for a moment.
I think Soul turns and looks up at her and is like, well, Carrie, what do I need to do now?
We'll take turns watching over her. Just try to wake her up all the way first. And if she can maintain coherent sentences.
All right, I can do that.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
Someone has to tell Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we want to go ahead and skip Meryl, then I can do that.
I'm happy to skip Meryl and we can come back to
Sure.
sisterly love later.
Max, you probably hear the commotion?
I was thinking that maybe like Max is down like in whatever passes for an engine room. So the noisiest part of the ship.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes. So, you get a visual for a moment of Carrie going, oh boy, I'm gonna have to tell Max. And just like stealing herself, and then immediately goes to find her.
I think Max actually spends a lot of time in the engine area, even if like nothing needs fixing, because it's easier to think there because the rest of the ship is too quiet. Doesn't make enough noise.
It's true.
Like when the first time you're in an electric car, when you're used to being in like a combustion engine, you're like, I hate it. It's so quiet.
Yeah. It's so fancy and new. I don't like
Yeah.
it. Carrie just kind of like when she gets down there, she calls out to you first, just so it's, you know that she's coming. And she goes, Max,
Yeah.
I need to speak to you.
Yeah, I'm kind of half under something. I'm over here.
Okay. She like picks her way over and looks down and says, Meryl's had an accident. She's okay for now, I think, but Soul's watching over her.
I think like how does I think there was like a move to get up, and then like, because I'm imagining like it's like a sort of a hatch thing around a little walkway that goes around part of the engine, and like Max is sat on the edge of that and is like was looking at like or working on part of the engine, and so it's not an easy position to get up with. Like her leg brace is next to her because otherwise her legs wouldn't fit down in this gap, so getting up wouldn't be quick or easy. And she just sort of looks back at the engine in front of her. What happened?
Meryl, did you fall or did something hit you on the head? I don't know what we decided.
I think something hit her. I like the turbulence idea, but I think something still hit her.
I mean, yeah, it would get knocked loose in the turbulence.
Yeah, and
hit
it
her.
fell off of something and hit her, and she's like, whatever, it's not a big deal.
She just put it back and carried on.
There was something unsecured in the storage area, and when we hit those winds, I think it fell on and hit her on the head. It was a few days ago by the ship clock, but...
Right. Of course she didn't tell anybody. You said she's okay?
She's vaguely responsive. She has a strong enough pulse, and her pupils were responsive when I checked. So I'm trying to have Soul get her to be coherent, at least a little bit, so we can rest a little easier.
Giving Sol a job. Smart.
Well, when you walk out into the room and see your sister unconscious on the floor, I would imagine that you don't want to think about it.
Yeah. I think Max pulls a set of wires out from this thing and just starts stripping the plastic coating back.
Carrie winces, just like, do you have to do that?
This is an utterly unnecessary job. I want to make that
Yep.
super clear.
Yep. Carrie knows, Max knows that Carrie knows, and Max doing it anyway.
Actually, I don't think that Carrie knows about the relationship history between Max and Meryl.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. I don't think she knows how well they actually know each other.
Yeah.
She can guess, they know each other.
Yeah.
But, as far as she knew, the only ghost she was Souls.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I feel like Max has a decent amount of a poker face, but not... I feel in this moment, it's really easy to tell that there's, distress going on that she's trying to push away.
Yeah. And Carrie just lingers there for a moment, and then I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of the situation. We're going to be taking turns, I suppose, to ensure that nothing worse happens. So we'll let you know if you would want to have a time slot.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know. Come get me. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm what? I think it's one of those tools that strips the plastic off the wire. It's just sort of there's a slight squeak of plastic as this what is it? When you shuck corn, that kind of vibe, just pulling this plastic back from these wires, or maybe it's a fiber optic in there.
Carrie just closes her eyes, just goes and leaves.
Oh.
And I think after Carrie leaves and the door shuts is when Max puts the tools down and just punches the grated floor next to her. He's just God fucking damn it, Meryl.
She's gonna keep doing this.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like asking for help and she doesn't know how.
So, do you want to do the Meryl scene now?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I think it's the right moment for it. Cut back to her room with her and Saul.
Yeah, Saul looks miserable, like she hasn't slept because she hasn't. Wait, no, we're cutting back right there, but she still looks miserable.
I mean, we can time skip a little bit if we want. I'm not gonna say no.
But also, has Soul really been sleeping?
I feel like a little bit of a time skip would make things more fraught.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of a time skip.
Of course.
So Saul definitely looks miserable.
Yeah. Meryl's sort of awake.
It's one of those things though, so as I don't know if anybody else here has had a concussion, but I had a kind of bad concussion when I was a teenager, and one of the things that kept happening was I didn't have any short-term memory, so I would keep saying the same things over and over.
Oof. I think honestly though, at one of those at some point is Meryl does wake up and goes, "Still here?"
And Saul's just, the relief on her face at that is almost palpable, and she's like, where the fuck else am I supposed to go? Not like it's a big ship.
I mean, go on to sleep or something, I guess.
I'm supposed to be making sure you wake up.
Ta-da!
Saul doesn't laugh.
Kales did the hand wiggles, Meryl does not. But yeah.
Meryl raises one finger. Yay!
Yeah, I did it. I woke up.
Well, I mean, That's something, but I need you to stay awake a little bit for me before you can go back to sleep.
Okay, if you insist.
What the fuck happened?
Box, head, bump. Ow?
Meryl.
It's not like it was really that hard. I'm short.
Yeah, you're short, which means it takes longer for things to fall onto you.
That's not how that works.
She giggles. Something was unsecure. Something loose? Ship rock. Fall. Bump. Ow.
Yeah, I get that. What I don't get is why you ended up letting it go so long that you fell over in the middle of the goddamn common room.
Wasn't a big deal. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Sometimes things you don't think are going to be big deals turn out to be big deals.
She grumbles a little bit.
You don't get to do this to me more than once. First time was a freebie. You're not dying again.
Meryl just kind of looks at her and is like, I guess I can't fault ya. I'd be doing the same thing if it were you here. So, with the tone, with the read that this is shit that she's done.
Yeah. I know. Just, you gotta make sure you're around.
Work harder. For you. Let's her eyes flutter shut again.
That was probably the most coherent conversation that they've had, so Soul lets her go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what I want to do for my scene, which is when Kerry is sitting in with Meryl, Max wants to talk to Sol.
Okay.
Excellent. Excellent. I
Oh.
cannot wait for this.
Yes,
I
good.
don't know whether this is like if Sol has gone to like try and sleep, or if she's in like the common area.
I think she's probably in the common area pretending to stay awake. Like she the idea is she's still not ready to rest even though Carrie's in with Meryl, but she's probably ended up dozing in the common area from trying to stay awake.
She on like one of the couches then.
Yeah. One of the couches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like leaned back a little bit, arms crossed over her chest, legs splayed out, but she's like her head's tipped forward.
Mm-hmm. I think that Max like sits down on the other couch. It looks like she's gonna say something, and sees like that Sol is like dozing and thinks better of it, but like her leg brace clips like the little table that's there or whatever. And it's enough noise to like start Sol back awake.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry, Sol.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Shit. What time is it?
It says the time.
Fuck. Shit. What did do you need me to move?
No, you're good. I just wanted to. How is she?
Well, she hit her head, and she's still making jokes about it, so I guess that's something.
Sounds about right. Leave it to Meryl to make jokes about the serious stuff and take this little shit that is so funny seriously.
Yeah. Quick
God.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Do Sol and Max know why the other one cares about Meryl?
Yeah, Max knows that Sol is her stepsister because that came up in the conversation between Max
Oh, that's
and Meryl.
right. That's right. But
I don't think Sol knows that Max and Meryl used to be a thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No one knows.
Everyone's just like, no one knows. Everyone's like, why is Max so concerned?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
So Saul's just like, didn't take you for the type to be too concerned about other people's family.
Contrary to what rumors would have you believe, Hawk, I am not a soulless bitch. And she sort of like does a little crooked half smile to herself.
For the listeners at home, in the chat, Mav has written, "That's Carrie."
I mean, I thought it, I just didn't say it.
Sorry. I created her to be a mean girl.
She's very
You do
good at
so
it.
Good. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you holding up okay?
Yeah, I'm just peachy. Can't you tell?
Oh yeah, it's a vision of positivity right in front of me.
I aim to please.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed it before.
Hey, so
Yeah.
how old were you two when you started being family? Like, I know your stepsisters. Like, what was she like when you were kids? If you were kids when you met her?
So Kales, I was thinking, and I don't know if I ever asked you about this, but I was thinking like when they were in their like tweenage or early teens.
Yeah. What's the difference between the two of them?
I thought they were
Like
the
how
same
much
age.
old? I'm pretty sure Saul's. Oh, they are the same age. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that. I keep thinking that Saul is Meryl's older sister. I don't know why.
It's the vibe.
It's the
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Meryl has a big younger sister energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Oh my god, does that mean Carrie's the youngest on the ship?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Yeah, because again, I keep thinking Meryl's younger.
But yeah, I
I
was
mean,
thinking like 10 or 11.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that.
Well, when we were kids, she was just about as frustrating then, too.
That's fucking true. She hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, that tracks.
But I don't think I appreciated her as much as I should have until shit went down, you know?
Yeah.
And now she's back from the dead trying to get herself killed.
Yeah, well, for as smart as she is, she's got a real knack of being a complete and utter fucking dumbass.
Yep.
I was about to joke it's genetic, and then I was like, they're not actually related. They just adopted each other.
It's a familial trait.
It's genetic through osmosis.
Yeah. Like, you should try and get some shut-eye.
Yeah, I'll do that soon.
Okay. I'm gonna find something to do until it's my turn.
I love that Saul doesn't ask Max how Max knows all this stuff about Meryl.
Nope.
To be
Very
fair, Saul has other stuff on her mind.
Yeah.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
I think Max goes maybe up to the flight deck if she can get in there. I don't know whether.
Yes.
Okay. And just like starts talking to the AI. I think her current pet project is trying to see if she can make Davenport tell lies or like playing poker against the AI or something. It was like programmed it in.
I love her.
And it's like playing poker against Davenport.
I like
That's
that.
my wife!
But yeah. So that's my scene.
Oh, now we have to have one all together.
Yep.
Group scene. Time skip.
This time we should actually make it like they're relaxing together if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time skip.
I think now we can actually manage it.
Yeah, is this like time skip, like Meryl's back up and about, all that?
Yeah. I don't know where it is, though, so if someone else has an idea for that.
There's only so many places it can be.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
Could be the common area. Could be a meal.
Yeah, they could be eating together.
Yeah, meal sounds good.
Oh my god, they're having a meal together.
Oh my god, they were cafeteria table mates.
Oh my god, they were shipmates.
I couldn't think of a good one.
I couldn't either. They're shipmates as well. Good work. I knew somebody would get it.
Oh my god, they were shipmates.
Oh my god, they're in a ship together.
And the shipping joke. So, okay. So, like, they've made a meal. I feel like, is it like awkward silence? Or is it just sort of like companionable?
Are you guys ever companionable if Carrie's there?
I feel like the fact that Carrie took shifts sitting with Meryl is gonna, like, severely give her points in Max's estimation, because, like, where is the ulterior motive there? What do you get out of that? That's actually giving a shit.
Which is very
Or
good.
it certainly seems to be. So I feel like at that point, it's at least a comfortable / cordial silence.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more likely that people... I like the thought that maybe, like, somebody gets up to go get something or get more food or to get a drink, and someone's like, no, I'll get it. Maybe Meryl gets up to get something or starts to get up, and then somebody's like, no, I'll get it. Which, to be fair, makes more sense for Sol or Carrie to do.
Yeah, than Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I was gonna joke that Meryl was also gonna, like, flick a pea at Saul or something.
Oh my god, if you would actually want to get Carrie to laugh.
I just think it would be something, like, really, she needs to, like, break this silence.
It's just like, I like Carrie gets up to go grab something for Meryl, and then she turns around and Meryl is just going, flick a pea, because, like, you look so gloomy.
That's really cute.
She like tries to do it subtly to see if Saul, like, realizes it was her.
Except for the fact that there's really only one person that it could possibly have been.
And also
That's
Meryl
what's
used to
funny.
do it when they were kids too, so, like,
Yeah.
yeah, so she does that.
And you actually get a startled, like, a really, like, actually honest laugh from Carrie. And then she looks a little surprised.
Is it like is it like a giggle snort? Almost like
Yes.
it's the least dignified noise Carrie has ever made in this group's presence, and they all just, like, look at her.
Pretty much.
Meryl does then use the opportunity to launch another pea, because Saul's not looking at her.
It just, like, bounces off of Soul's face.
Word, Saul. For the listeners in the chat, Saul said, "Fuck, I'm still gay."
Just in case you forgot.
Does Saul say anything to Meryl?
I think it's one of those things where, like, after she gets pinged in the head the second time, she just kind of, like, glares at Meryl and is like, do that a third time and see what happens.
10 points, Meryl, if you get it in her mouth.
Challenge accepted. And she, like, takes aim, fires.
I like that could be the scene. It could literally just be that short little snippet.
Yeah.
It's really cute. Then, okay, because it would be my scene.
Crisis.
My crisis. Jade, I wanted to see if you had one in particular that you wanted to do, or just mostly because I'm eyeing a few.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to see, like, if you had one that you wanted to do, but also if we don't get to it today, then it might still be okay.
Yeah. Also, did anyone have any memories, opinions changed, or the other question of the last scene? Did anyone's longings or what new longings developed in the aftermath?
Meryl's supposed to have a new longing, or someone.
Someone develops a new longing.
What new longings develop in the aftermath? So it could be anyone.
Multiple people.
I'm going to quickly change my opinion of Carrie.
My opinion of Meryl changed from a little tense to extremely tense. But technically it's not as tense anymore.
Technically, Meryl's opinion of Saul hasn't changed, but she's feeling like it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, Soul's longing is I wish I had my sister back.
Oh, oh, the pain. The pain.
And Max's opinion of Carrie has changed to not, in fact, an emotionless bitch. Still a cop, but not without redeemable qualities.
Yay.
But in answer to your question, Mab, the ones I was looking at, a serious conflict breaking out could be interesting, but I say that, or a system on the ship, important or not, breaks were the ones.
Yeah. So I was thinking that a good one to do, especially if we're gonna go ahead and do it as a last one for now, is that some system on the ship breaks, and that it could just be the AI.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So again, it's not specifically putting blame on anyone for doing something. And now Carrie's not panicking because she can fly a ship without an AI, but it made it easier to put in coordinates and check where they were going and stuff like that. So who can fix it is definitely Carrie can fix it, and Max, you were kind of teaching the AI how to play poker. So, but I think Carrie is primarily one of the better options to work on fixing it.
Okay.
Whose needs go unmet while it's broken?
We'll
find out.
Well, we could quickly look over people's needs.
Yeah.
Need to not have the rug ripped out, which is Soul's. Meryl's got the two: need to remember how to be human again, need to make up for the mistakes I've made.
Oh no, I think it's gonna be Max's needs.
There you go. Yeah, cool. Great. I find it interesting, actually, if, like, the fact that Carrie is insisting that she has to be the one to fix it could be really interesting.
Yeah, because I think she understands Max's skills with, like, the physical engineering, because they did work together for a few months on the Bastard. I was combining Bastion and Bastard.
Bastard.
And the Bastard. And so, like, she understands that Max is fully capable, but she's also like, does Max understand a complicated ship AI?
She could if you gave her a chance.
I know, but this is also
Distant Meryl
Carrie's very Carrie's very possessive of her ship. So yeah, that's the setup for it. I guess I'll start. Sure. And I think it's definitely the systems are still running because it's not like the whole ship system itself goes offline, but when someone's trying to, they stand, I think, like, Carrie's like standing at the doorway, and then she's like, it's not opening. And so she, like, pushes the door and it opens, the door button, and, but she sits down and she starts, like, pulling up some things, but, like, the readouts are, the time has been, like, a few hours have passed, and she starts noticing that things aren't up to date. And so, like, the door is still open because she's so used to it closing behind her that now whoever's, like, nearby can hear her kind of start swearing and frantically typing and swearing some more, if anyone wants to join in. But that's kind of the setup, is just like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh god fucking damn it.
Do it, Soul. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I think Soul pokes her head in and is like, what the fuck is going on?
Swearing like a sailor.
Yeah, that's my job. What are you doing?
Love
Trying
her.
not to be extremely distressed right now.
Got a reason to be?
I mean, no, not really. The AI is just not responding, which isn't terrible, but it's just very inconvenient.
Inconvenient how? Are we...
No, it's fine. The ship will keep sailing. Just I have to monitor it more closely than I had been. Unless any of the rest of you can fly a shuttle, I actually don't know the rest of your flying capabilities.
Well, I ain't flown one of these, but I've flown some in my day.
Rest assured, there's not much in this area of space that you can run into, so at least there's that.
Thanks, Kestrel.
Yeah. Okay. I can show you the controls if you do want to help.
Yeah, might as well. Like you said, there's not much for me to run into out here, is there?
No. Except for maybe more space ghosts.
Is Carrie gonna do the, like, reaching around Saul thing to, like...
Oh
no,
my
there's
god.
2 chairs, please.
Good visual, though.
I know. Carrie's still trying to, like, keep her distance. But, you know, I think she gives Soul a very quick rundown of things and is just kind of like, you know, that's what these system readout means. When you want to do this, you got to look at this system. And it's a very, like, straightforward because it is something that typically runs on AI. And so with the manual interface is just like, well, you know, now you have to, like, monitor it a little more closely, and autopilot won't work the same. So, you know, it's just going to be a long while, but if you can monitor it, I can work on fixing the system.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. Not making eye contact.
Soul just kind of, like, instead of saying you're welcome, Soul just kind of, like, grunts.
That just sounds like Soul in general.
Yeah.
That's just her universal response.
Yeah.
That's not personal. That's just Soul.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she does respond is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just call if you need me. I'm gonna go check on the main hub. I'll be right back.
Aye aye, Captain. And
Oh boy.
Saul sketches a very sarcastic salute.
God, I love her.
The one time you call me captain.
Meryl's in the background somewhere. It, like, cuts to a shot of Meryl, and she's like, I just get the feeling that Soul did something really awesome. She's like, I just got struck with a dizzying love for my sister.
Yeah, so I think that can just be it, and Carrie leaves to go. Like, there's, like, a main panel kind of, like, in the common room area that she goes to start fussing with.
I just need one thing where someone just one of them has to share a room. Just has to be one of them.
There can
Please.
always be a part 2 to Uneven Orbits, you know.
There's gonna have to be.
Yeah. That can still happen later.
There's been no smooching yet. There's gonna have to be a part 2.
But I need some satisfaction now.
I know I want to do, like, a very wigging out Max. That doesn't have to be the next scene, but I do know that's what I want to do. I'm just trying to figure out where it is. If somebody has a specific idea of something they want to do, by all means, please jump on it.
I also don't really have any specific ideas. I already said my idea, so that's all I got. That's all she wrote, folks. It could be Meryl's room. Meryl probably
I mean, it
would
could be Meryl's room.
And Meryl probably wouldn't take a crowbar to it. I just thought that it would be funny if it was Max's room, just to put the icing on a cake of, like, a really bad day.
Yeah.
But it can... The original thought was that it was just Meryl's room, so...
Sure.
I don't know if you have an idea yet, Jade, but we could just do that.
Yeah. Sorry, which part? The Max wigging out thing, or the Meryl not being able to get in her room thing?
But we could do both!
At the
Sure.
same time.
Nothing's stopping us from doing both.
Actually, that's a cool thought. Like, if Meryl can't get into her room and is trying to see if it is looking for Max to try and could see if Max can override the door controls.
Yeah.
She goes like, Carrie, I can't get into my room. And Carrie's like, I can't be bothered with that right now.
I am doing something so much more important.
That is such commoner problems.
Jesus.
Sleep on the couch.
Yeah, so then Meryl goes to find Max.
I think Max has, like, something completely disassembled on her bed, and is just like, Meryl knows her well enough to know that she is really, like, worked up and not in a good way. It's for the sake of it's a little bit like manic in the manic depression sense, like hype, that kind of frantic, directionless kind of doing stuff, but it's not necessarily doing a whole lot kind of thing.
Right.
From what my friends have told me about what it's like when you're having like a manic episode and how it can really fucking suck.
Yeah.
So there's like that kind of quality to it, like a lot of energy with nowhere to put it, like to the point where I don't think she notices like Meryl come in.
I think Meryl knocks first.
Yeah. Scratching sounds of like metal against metal.
You good?
For any given measure of good, I suppose.
Can I come in?
Yeah, Meryl, you can come in.
She's the worst, I'm sorry. And she comes in. She goes, oh.
Just like, Max like cutting a new thread on some fucking long screws or something like that. Like something like really menial.
Just like really, just like irrelevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like and Meryl's just like, how long have you been doing that for?
I don't know. How long has Carrie been trying to get the AI back on?
Oh, okay. I see.
The one time something on this fucking pristine ship breaks and I could do something useful about it, she won't let me help.
That sounds like Carrie.
She's a fucking idiot. Control freak bitch monster. Like,
You're not wrong.
yes, by the way, she would have asked. I'm assuming
Okay.
this is like a couple of days later, or however long it's taken. Like, she definitely offered, but given that we established that Carrie wouldn't let her help, I've just extrapolated.
No, it's true.
Just
making sure.
extrapolating the rest of the conversation.
Yeah. You know, she said, I did not have the right skill set required for the job.
Has she ever met you?
Well, you would think. But here we are. Fucking, I need to hack into her personal... Fucking, I don't know computers. This could be done in half the time. But no.
No, she has to be difficult because that's what she needs is control when everything's falling apart around her.
Yeah, I wonder who else would be able to fucking empathize with that.
I think Meryl almost calls her honey and then thinks better of it. And she goes, do you want me to get you something?
I don't know what I want or what I need right now. Well, I know what I need, but I'm not going to get what I need. I just... Look, I get it. It's the most fucking human thing about the woman I've encountered since I met her. I just want to be able to do something. I fucking hate this.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. Me too. What did you want, anyway?
I can't get into my room.
You can't... Oh, is the button not... Okay. Let me just... Yeah, no. Actually, that's great. Not that you can't get into your room, that's not great. But, yeah. Okay. And she levers herself up, grabs her tool belt, and she's like, okay, take me to your door. I'll do something. And sort of, like, we'll go and fix Meryl's door, I guess.
Big quotation marks there.
Yeah. I mean, it involves, like, unscrewing a panel next to the door and just, like, ripping a wire out and, like, resoldering something. And, like, I
Carrie
imagine,
distantly, oh my god!
You do your thing, Kestrel. I'll do mine.
Meryl will hold whatever Max wants her to.
Fix your goddamn computer, Kestrel.
I'm trying.
That would be a fun, just like the idea of this yelled conversation back and forth.
Yes.
It's good. But yeah, I imagine that she is able to get Meryl's door working again. Possibly to Meryl's disappointment, but you know.
A little bit disappointed, but maybe she just kind of like, she's tired enough that she just like bridges the gap, squeezes Max's hand, and then goes into her room.
I think after that, Max is just like, and goes back into her room and like just slams something down. Because, as Sol knows, you can't slam the doors in this place.
Mm-hmm.
I will make a noise against something. But yeah, that's that.
I am upset. Honestly, I think Meryl's just gonna like run back and forth between Max and Carrie, just kind of like making sure that they're both like not dying. Or maybe she goes and she sits with Sol for a while, like, why are they like this?
That's a very good scene.
That's really cute.
I approve of another Sol Meryl scene. And then it leaves it for one of you to go react or talk to Carrie or Max after, which is good.
I think Sol would probably check on Max.
Cool.
Just because, you know, more Sol and Max scenes.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's one of those things like she's done her shift at the helm and is like walking around to like walk the stiffness out of her back from sitting in the pilot seat for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Is Max still in her room?
In her room or in the engine room, maybe, because like Max isn't going to go in the common area right now because that's where the panel is that Carrie is working at. And
well, Carrie's flying the ship.
Oh, is Carrie? Okay, then it might be the case that Max will now go back into the common area because Carrie isn't there, and is just like staring daggers at the control panel that Carrie was working at that has been like biometrically locked, so Max can't get into it to do more work.
I was just gonna say, what is stopping Max from working on the stuff?
Because I think she's left she has like her laptop / tablet with her, but there's still like the panel, and I think like the main functions of what would work to fix it she has on her tablet, which she's keeping with her in the pilot bay area. So like there's limited things that Max can do, unless one of them swallows their pride and tries again.
No. So yeah,
this is Carrie and Max we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Max is like getting food and staring at this panel.
Take a picture, it'll last longer.
At the rate that fucking Kestrel's fixing it, maybe.
Rude!
You don't think she's doing this on purpose, do you?
I don't know. Like, maybe. I hope not. I really... Do you think she's doing it on purpose? Should I... And that's like starts going towards the hatch to the flight deck. Because I feel like Max is like, no one has not slept for a while, so there's probably like more stims than is good.
Oh, we're fully seeing Max at her worst, huh?
Whoa.
What?
That's not what I meant.
Oh, what did you mean?
I just meant that maybe it might be good for you to unclench a little.
I feel like Mike just looks up at. I assume Sol is taller.
Mm-hmm.
And just looks up at, just like, unclench.
Listen, I
Meryl's like, oh fuck.
smuggled some whiskey when we were at that last spaceport. I wasn't gonna go through this whole trip dry. There's cups in the cabinet. You and me, we can just do a couple shots. Just take a breath.
Thank you. Yes. I approve of this plan. Let us do the whiskey thing. Should I have?
That's the
Yep,
episode
no,
title.
do the whiskey. Do the whiskey thing.
Do the whiskey thing.
Yeah. No. What could go wrong with alcohol? With what else is in my system right now? Fuck it. Yes. Please.
I think that's probably seen.
Good.
Cool.
Love it.
Okay, I'm gonna extrapolate then, because if we're gonna have a Sol and Meryl scene, I do want it to have come out in that conversation that Max told Sol some of, or at least made it very clear that there's history between her and Meryl.
Oof.
Because it's funny this way.
Guess
Mhm.
what? Then you guys can just go write that on the side, and then we release it to our Patreons. Go back us at the $5 level. I don't know what that accent is. I'm sorry.
One day, Dora and I will hang out and drink a little bit, and we will just do the unaired conversation between Max and Sol.
Yes.
Great. So, Sol and Meryl
Siblings.
Sol and Meryl.
in the helm.
Yep.
This Meryl's gonna come perch on the arm of the pilot's seat and be like, ah.
Carrie's chair, Captain Kestrel's chair. Ooh la.
Yeah, and just kind of groan.
Sol like pointedly ignores the groan, but it's like that sisterly ignoring, like this is something that they've gone through before, where Meryl will groan about something and Sol will like ignore it until Meryl breaks and says something.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mhm.
Love this. Love some good sister bullshit. And Meryl just kind of goes, why are they like this?
I don't know. Some people don't like letting go of the helm, as it were, which kind of funny considering Carrie ain't at the helm and Max doesn't pilot, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. God, Carrie's being so stubborn about it. And I get it. But holy shit.
So got a question for you. You and Max, huh?
Me and Max what?
Oh, you know.
Oh. No. I mean, not really. Not. I mean, complicated question.
Usually is.
Yes and no. We never like, and she like does a weird thing with her hands.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know.
You think you might ever? And Sol like repeats the weird hand motion.
I love Sol so much.
And Meryl like looks at her very seriously and is like, if she ever forgives me, I'd like to.
Huh.
What?
Nothing.
What?
And Sol's actually grinning this time when she says nothing.
Siblings are the best / worst.
Marisol Hawk. She points a finger. What was something that Meryl used to do that would really piss Sol off?
I'm not touching you.
That touching, you can't get mad.
Yeah, I honestly, like, with the way that Sol is, I think, like, she does value her personal space, so having Meryl be, like, almost but not quite in her personal space is probably annoying.
Yeah, so she brings that finger just like really close to Saul's nose.
Oh god. Does she? Yes, she does. And she doesn't even realize this is just habit. Like, she doesn't realize that she's doing it when she, like, goes to pretend to bite the finger.
Oh my god.
That's
She
so
doesn't move it, but
good.
she's like, Saul, seriously, you haven't done that since we were little.
Sol gets kind of serious and is like, you haven't been around.
I know. I want to be around more. If you'll let me.
Sol's really, really silent and just kind of like focuses really hard on the piloting thing. I don't think she says anything immediately. Like, I don't think she responds to that immediately.
Does she at all? Because I don't think Meryl says anything else.
Yeah, I don't think she responds at all. So they probably just sit there in really awkward silence for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oops. That's so fucking funny though.
Very
And Saul
good.
tried to bite her finger. God, I love them so much.
Yeah, my sister would be the person that, like, if you covered her mouth, would lick your hand.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I do.
I mean, that's a classic move.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love them. I'm so glad we're getting more of them as like actual siblings in this one. Okay.
Group scene? We've got
yeah.
time to do it?
Yeah,
Power through.
Kales?
it would just be like a small one. I guess, like, and part of it, I do actually want Carrie not to make, like, a public apology about it, but the ship is so small, and, like, Sol and Meryl are, probably hanging out in the flight deck, but, like, I do want Carrie to actually go and apologize to Max.
Good.
Does she need Max's help?
Yes.
Yes, it's good. Oh, it's good.
She just kind of, like, steals herself. And you could be like, someone could be like sitting in the common room if like Sol was flying, the door could be open to the flight deck. And Gary just kind of goes over. So it's like a group scene in as much as that everyone's suddenly very aware of what Carrie's doing. And she's just
because like
yeah,
Max could be coming out of her room to go to the common area. And so that, like, the conversation could be like Sol and Meryl in the flight deck with that door open, the door to the corridor with the open, and then like just like this through line. Like you could set a camera at one end and you'd see everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of. I feel like if Meryl can hear it, she's gonna like smack Sol on the arm a little bit to get her to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Be like, oh my god, wait. Oh shit.
It definitely looks like it's paining Carrie to say this. But...
It's like a documentary, you like zoom in on like from far away.
Good. The kestrel in her natural habitat. And it's very much just she steals herself, straightens her posture. In as much as now it looks back to like it's more reminiscent of scientist Carrie kind of like turning to Max, who was quote unquote not her supervisor, I think, but like they kind of worked in tandem. And so it is like that sort of like posture back on her. And she says, Max, first, I would like to apologize. Second, I would like to request your aid.
Huh.
Meryl is like losing it silently.
Sol almost chokes on her own spit.
I think like, how is Carrie about being touched generally? Is she like a Sol, like nobody in my bubble, or is Carrie more of a hand on arm kind of when need be? That kind of vibe?
She uses her physicality as a weapon more. And so, when she's being like, especially like on the Bastion, they would have seen like she would put her own hand on someone's arm if like kind of like in a flirting way, or like, oh hey, we're friends and close. If like Max reaches out for her now, she might like she won't tense because
Yeah.
she's too professional, but it's very much just kind of like very aware that it's a little weird.
Okay, I think then Max, maybe she will just like step in close, because I feel like from her perspective, Max can see that Meryl and Sol are listening in.
Yes.
And,
yes, extremely.
Max says to Carrie, "Look, I get it. I get that this isn't easy for you, and that was not easy to do. So yeah, I'm gonna help you. And yeah, I accept your apology." And she leans in so just Carrie can hear this. "And I am never gonna let you forget that you had to use my help." And like claps her gently on the shoulder and just goes over to the panel.
I love her so much.
Carrie just stares down the hall for a moment and just like,
That's my wife.
just lets out like a little click of her tongue.
I think, like, actually, as Max, she'll look up to the flight deck to Meryl and Sol, and it'll just be like, do like a little like finger guns, just like.
Meryl gives her 2 big thumbs up.
Because Sol was right. So, as well. So yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that was it. The voyage isn't finished.
No.
We're gonna be rejoining these ladies in this tiny ship.
God, we have to.
Yeah.
As
we
they make
gotta.
their way.
We gotta.
We got so much
but-
more to do.
So this has been part 1. This has been Follow Later. You can follow the show at FTLcast on Twitter and on Tumblr. If you like what we do and want to hear even more of what we do, like live streams and bloopers and stuff, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/FTLcast. I have remained Jade at Jade Oxford Rose.
I've been Dora. You can find me on Twitter at HarpyDora, and the games that I've written at harpydora.itch.io.
I'm still Kales. You can find me on Twitter at Citadel of Swords and the games that I write at citadelofswords.itch.io. I don't know where my voice is going right now, but it's going up.
Emotions. I have the honor to remain ever Mab at Little Lady Mab on Twitter and at Sunshine Paladin for my games. Doing shenanigans. Let's clap.
And if
Let's
Oh,
clap.
no.
Let's.
Do we have something else you wanted to say?
just like if you love Carrie Kestrel as much as I do, hit us up in the fan Discord and yell about it.
Please, please.
At me on Twitter. I'll fight you. No, I'm just kidding. I won't. Carrie will. Now we can clap.
Hey, I know it's been a while, but I thought maybe I'd reach out to you, let you know what's been going on. I'm sorry I left the way I did. I know now that it wasn't fair of me, and I hope you'll understand. Well, I had to go, and after I left, I didn't think I could come back. Anyway.
Hi, it's Dora, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on iTunes, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about our show using the FTLcast hashtag. No, seriously, we crave the validation and it helps us out. Your support really means a lot. Thanks again.